I'm speaking on unstable capsular bag. So, so the strategy for to tackle the unstable capsular bag is always to see how much of zonular weakness is there and how much zonular dialysis is there. So if we have a zonular dialysis which is less than 4 clock hours, then CTR ring alone can suffice. And if we have a zonular dialysis more than 4 clock hours, then we need to anchor the CTR ring with the sclera, either using a Cioni CTR ring, or we need to use CTR ring along with capsular tension segment and other devices. So this is the capsule tension devices right now, what we have available. So the standard CTR ring is of course made of PMMA. It's a horseshoe shaped device with two eyelets. So as we discussed, it comes in three sizes. So if in the normal cases we use 1311 or the 1210, if the case is having axial length more than 25-26, it's a high myope, we use 1412 CTR ring. Henderson CTR ring gives the advantage that the cortical cleaning is easier if we use Henderson CTR ring because of the undulations it has in it. So modified CTR ring is used if we have more than 4 clock hours of zonal dialysis, and CTS is advantageous that to put the CTR or Cioni, we need intact anterior capsule margin, and we need that there is posterior capsule, there is no tear. But in case we have an anterior capsule tear or a posterior capsule rupture, CTS can be used. So this is the another advantage of capsular tension segment. So the timing of CTR or these devices is very important. So the dictum is that we should use them as late as possible, but as early as needed. So in mild cases, most of the time we use CTR after we finish off our cortical matter aspiration and phaco. But in severe cases, we need to use them after capsulorhexis. So let's see, this is the case which had more than 4 clock hours of zonal dialysis. As you can see, it's a white cataract. Along with that, can you see the video, Jenny? Is my video playing?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So you can see that its capsule was also fibrotic. So another difficulty which was added here. So you need to use this capsulorhexis forceps and micro scissors, and be careful that you don't put much stress on the zonules as they are already compromised. So I go ahead and use the micro scissors and use a bimanual approach to cut this fibrotic capsule which is there. You need to be careful that you have a good 2 to 3 millimeter of the margin of the capsulorhexis from the equator of the lens, so that you can hook the anti-capsule margin nicely with the capsular hooks. So before starting this case, you need to put capsular hooks to stabilize the lens back complex in the anterior posterior direction. So once I finish doing capsulorhexis, now I make a space with OVD. This is a OVD which I'm making space with, and these are the capsular hooks. So you can use iris hooks, but it's better if you use the capsular hooks because they are specifically designed for this use. So once you stabilize the entire back complex in the anterior posterior direction, and then you can proceed with phacoemulsification. It was a softer cataract, so I take off the entire nucleus, and once this capsular bag is empty, you take off the capsular hooks again and put a CTR ring here. If you plan to use a Cioni ring, then you can put a Cioni ring here, but here I'm using a CTR ring. So this is a freehand technique. I'm going through side port incision, and see as the Cioni ring, this CTR ring goes inside, the bag is getting stabilized. So use the Kuegelin's hook to guide this CTR ring so that it goes nicely in the capsular bag. See these two eyelets, ideally they should overlap to give better stability to the capsular bag. So now we have a good stability. So I go ahead and do cortical aspiration, whatever is there, clean up the capsular bag. And once I clean up the capsular bag, now it's time to stabilize the capsular bag, this entire complex in the transverse direction. So this is the capsular tension segment. I'm using a 90 Prolene in this case. So there is an eyelet and a hook which projects above the plane of the this ring, which is almost 120 to 140 degrees long. So this eyelet has to be above the anterior capsular axis. So I put it in the capsular bag and the hook is above. Then this is the partial thickness groove which I made, and this is the 30 gauge needle I guess I'm using, and this is a railroad technique as we discussed to take out both the ends of the suture. And once you have taken out the suture and you tie it, so it uh, stabilizes and causes perfect centering of this entire capsular bag. And then you can put the IOL in the capsule bag. There's a single piece IOL which is put in the capsule bag, and it's perfectly centered in the side. So I think with recent advancement and with all the devices we have with us available, we can get a good centration and stability of the capsular bag in the long term.